Friday, September the 21st, 2018. Good morning. Welcome to the local news for today. In the news, power company EBS registered 715 cases of damage to masts and other utilities. Alcoa proud of 100-year history of Suralco. Turkish foreign minister visits Suriname, and Pride Month to be held in October. For this year, there are 715 cases of damage caused by third parties to masts and other valuable elements of the power company EBS. It concerns, among other things, masts hit by cars, damage caused by transport operations in which cables and transformers are disconnected, underground cables are damaged through digging, and vegetation damage and damage caused by kites that end up in the wiring. In addition to the hinder and damage that customers experience as a result of these unannounced interruptions, it costs the EBS annually millions of Surinamese dollars to repair the damage. The costs vary from case to case between 1,500 SRD up to 150,000 SRD. The EBS therefore urgently calls on road users to pay attention in traffic. With regard to vegetation damage, there are already 289 cases from January to September this year that caused a power failure. The EBS calls on society to pay attention that no vegetation like trees are planted in the vicinity of the electricity grid, and if there are such plants, they should be maintained where possible. The cutting and pruning of branches, especially near the electricity grid, should always be done in a safe and competent way. Alcoa is proud of the 100-year history of Suralco in Suriname and the advantages that the business activities have generated for both the company and the country. This was said by Robert Beer, the Vice President of Alcoa's Global Transformation Group. On Wednesday, Beer, together with Suralco's Director Ruben Halfhuid, the Surinamese Business Society, and individual experts, met in the Suralco's Corner House. Bear commented on the draft agreement that still needs approval from the Parliament. According to him, this agreement includes detailed procedures for rehabilitation of mining areas and environmental remediation that will be implemented according to American standards. Alcoa worked closely with the Presidential Negotiation Commission for the bauxite industry. Bear assumes that the current agreement is a reasonable compromise reached for both parties. For the first time in history, a Turkish foreign minister is visiting Suriname, despite the diplomatic relations Suriname and Turkey maintain since May 1976. Minister Mevlut Wusholu is here for a 2-day visit. During his stay, there will be a bilateral meeting with his Surinamese colleague Ildis Polak-Bekli. It is also intended that some agreements will be signed to intensify the bilateral ties between the two countries. The Turkish Minister of Foreign Affairs will also bring a courtesy visit to President Desiree Bouterse. The Pride Month in Suriname can create a huge boost for the economy of our country. Since the LGBT platform organized the Coming Out Week, it noticed this event is a magnet for friends from abroad. With the Pride Month, where the entire month of October is graced on both educational activities and parties, the flow of tourists can be fueled. In Suriname, the lesbians, gays, bisexuals, and transgenders are accepted. Still, people are not yet aware of the rights and obligations of this vulnerable. No attention is paid to same-sex marriages, and a number of cases must still be arranged in Suriname. Partnerships are important for the LGBT society. The organization currently has a collaboration with 3 large companies. Partnerships serve to create the support for human rights. The Pride Month starts on the 1st of October and lasts until the 31st. And that will be all for the local news for today. Have a wonderful weekend. Until Monday. Bye-bye.